Hello everyone. Thank you for joining. We will be presenting the Bhagavad Gita with its English narrations as well as the verses. So stay tuned.
ओम नमो नारायण. कृष्णम वंदे जगद्गुरुम. भगवान श्रीकृष्णाने अर्जुनाला जी गीता सांगितली ती इतक्या उत्तम आणि अप्रतिम दर्जाची आहे की साऱ्या जगाचं त्या भगवद्गीतेमुळे कल्याण झालं आहे. माझं भगवद्गीतेवर एवढं प्रेम आहे की मला कधीही भगवद्गीता वाचायला आवडते. सहज मनात विचार आला की आपण एक एक श्लोक एक एक अध्याय हळूहळू रेकॉर्ड करू आणि जे आपल्याला येतं आहे ते इतरांना सांगण्याचा प्रयत्न करू. आणि तो विचार मी डॉक्टर सौ अविता कुलकर्णी यांना सांगितला. त्यांनी लगेच हो म्हटले. माझी अशी इच्छा होती की असं काही करावं की एक अध्याय रेकॉर्ड झाला की त्याचा थोडासा अर्थ लोकांना सांगावा त्यांनी. कारण त्या उत्तम लिहितात, उत्तम बोलतात आणि त्यांनी लगेच होकार दिला आणि आम्ही दोघांनी मिळून आपल्यासमोर आमचा प्रयत्न मांडायचं ठरवलं आहे. जे काही उत्तम असेल ते मला माझ्या गुरूंनी शिकवलेलं असेल. काही चुका असल्या तर त्या माझ्या असतील. श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु.
Chapter 3 Karma Yoga. Lord Krishna in this chapter explains Karma Yoga when Arjuna's intellect is bewildered. Arjuna questions Lord Krishna why does he wants him to engage me in ghastly warfare if he thinks the intelligence is better than fruitive work? Srimad Bhagavad Gita teaches the mankind about how to attain self-realization by being in the material world. One cannot attain self-realization directly. To attain it, their karma path and process is explained here. One cannot achieve freedom from reaction by merely abstaining from work, or by renunciation alone can one attain perfection. Everyone is forced to act helplessly according to the qualities he has acquired from the modes of material nature. Therefore, no one can refrain from doing something, not even for a moment. One who restrains the senses of actions but whose mind dwells on the sense objects certainly deludes himself and is called pretender. Perform your prescribed duty, says the Lord to Arjun. While performing your duties, be without attachment. Work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed, be it trade, work, business, studies, or any other act of work. It too is a form of sacrifice. Karma Yoga happens when performing our duties, we are securing the rights of others as well. For example, service towards parents is a duty for their son and the right of parents. When done righteously and honestly, it becomes Karma Yoga. Else, wherever we see no peace but disturbance and friction, when there is an imbalance between rights and duties, one will lead to sin due to not performing one's prescribed duty but doing of evil acts. Selfish acts lead to delinquency. The devotees of Lord are released from all kinds of sins because they eat food which is offered first for sacrifice. Others who prepare food for personal sense enjoyment verily eat only sin. Cooking food only for self-consumption is like consuming sin, an evil act. Food has to be shared with animals, birds, and people. Food has to be offered to God first and then consumed as His blessing. One who takes pleasure in the self, whose human life is one of self-realization, and who is satisfied in self only, fully satiated, For him, there is no duty. A self-realized man has no purpose to fulfill in the discharge of his prescribed duties, nor has he any reason not to perform such work. Without being attached to fruits of activities, one should act as a matter of duty, for by working without attachment, one attains the supreme. Kings such as Janaka attained perfection solely by performance of prescribed duties. Therefore, just for sake of educating the people in general, one should perform one's work. Lord Krishna tells Arjun to consider his example. Lord says, there is no work prescribed for him within all the three planetary system, nor is he in the want of anything, and yet he is engaged in prescribed duties. Whatever action a great man performs, common men follow, and whatever standards they set by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. Everyone follows the nature he has acquired from the three moods as per Prakriti, that is nature, Gunas, qualities, which are Sattva, which is purity and knowledge, Raja, that is action and passion, Tama, that is ignorance and inertia. Ignorant people consider themselves as the doer. Those persons who execute their duties according to his injunctions and who follow his teaching faithfully without envy become free from bondage of fruitive actions. The senses, the mind, and the intelligence are the sitting places of this lust. Through them, lust covers the real knowledge of the living entity and bewilders him. In the very beginning, curb that great symbol of sin, which is lust, by regulating the senses, and slay that destroyer of knowledge and self-realization. Lord Krishna explains the importance of prescribed duties. As long as one is on the material platform, he must perform his duties according to the modes of material nature. He says it is far better to discharge one's prescribed duties, even though faultily, than others' duties perfectly. Destruction in the course of performing one's own duty is better than engaging in another's duties, for to follow another's path is dangerous. Paradharmo bhayavaha. Bhagwan Krishna further says, it is lust only which is born out of contact with the material mode of passion and later transformed into wrath, and which is all devouring sinful enemy of this world. As fire is covered by smoke and mirror is covered by dust, or embryo is covered by the womb, the living entity is similarly covered by different degrees of this lust. The senses, the mind, and the intelligence are sitting places of this lust. Through them, the lust covers the near knowledge of the living entity and bewilders him. In the very beginning, curb that great symbol of sinful lust by regulating the senses and slay the destroyer of knowledge and self-realization. Knowing oneself to be transcendental and material senses, mind and intelligence, one should study the mind by deliberate spiritual intelligence and by spiritual strength conquer this insatiable enemy known as lust. Karma Yoga chapter 3 ends here.
ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः। अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः। अर्जुन उवाच जायसि चेत् कर्मणस्ते मता बुद्धिर्जनार्दन तत्किं कर्मणि घोरे मान् नियोजयसि केशव। व्यामिश्रेणेव वाक्येन बुद्धिं मोहयसीव मे। तदेकं वद निश्चित्य येन श्रेयोऽहमाप्नुयाम्। श्रीभगवानुवाच लोकेऽस्मिन् द्विविधा निष्ठा पुरा प्रोक्ता मया नघ। ज्ञानयोगेन सांख्यानां कर्मयोगेन योगिनाम्। न कर्मणामनारम्भा नैष्कर्म्यं पुरुषोऽश्नुते। न च सन्न्यसनादेव सिद्धिं समधिगच्छति। न हि कश्चित् क्षणमपि जातु तिष्ठत्यकर्मकृत्। कार्यते ह्यवशः कर्म सर्वः प्रकृतिजैर्गुणैः। कर्मेन्द्रियाणि संयम्य य आस्ते मनसा स्मरन्। इन्द्रियार्थान् विमूढात्मा मिथ्याचारः स उच्यते। यस्त्विन्द्रियाणि मनसा नियम्यारभतेऽर्जुन। कर्मेन्द्रियैः कर्मयोगमसक्तः स विशिष्यते। नियतं कुरु कर्म त्वं कर्म ज्यायो ह्यकर्मणः। शरीरयात्रापि च ते न प्रसिद्ध्येद कर्मणः। यज्ञार्थात् कर्मणोऽन्यत्र लोकोऽयं कर्मबन्धनः। तदर्थं कर्म कौन्तेय मुक्तसङ्गः समाचर। सह यज्ञाः प्रजाः सृष्ट्वा पुरोवाच प्रजापतिः। अनेन प्रसविष्यध्व मेषभोस्त्विष्टकामधुक्। देवान् भावयतानेन ते देवा भावयन्तु वः। परस्परं भावयन्तः श्रेयः परमवाप्स्यथ। इष्टान् भोगान् हि वो देवा दास्यन्ते यज्ञभाविताः। तैर्दत्तानप्रदायैभ्यो यो भुङ्क्तेस्तेन एव सः। यज्ञशिष्टाशिनः सन्तो मुच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्बिषैः। भुञ्जते ते त्वघं पापा ये पचन्त्यात्मकारणात्। अन्नाद् भवति भूतानि पर्जन्यादन्नसम्भवः। यज्ञाद् भवति पर्जन्यो यज्ञः कर्मसमुद्भवः। कर्म ब्रह्मोद्भवं विद्धि ब्रह्माक्षर समुद्भवम्। तस्मात् सर्वगतं ब्रह्म नित्यं यज्ञे प्रतिष्ठितम्। एवं प्रवर्तितं चक्रन् नानुवर्तयति हयः। अघायुरिन्द्रियारामो मोघं पार्थ स जीवति। यस्त्वात्मरतिरेव स्यादात्मतृप्तश्च मानवः। आत्मन्येव च सन्तुष्टस्तस्य कार्यं न विद्यते। नैव तस्य कृतेनार्थो नाकृतेनेह कश्चन। न चास्य सर्वभूतेषु कश्चिदर्थव्यपाश्रयः। तस्मादसक्तः सततं कार्यं कर्म समाचर असक्तो ह्याचरन् कर्म परमाप्नोति पुरुषः कर्मणैव हि संसिद्धि मा स्थिता जनकादयः लोकसंग्रहमेवापि सम्पश्यन् कर्तुमर्हसि यद्यदाचरति श्रेष्ठस्तत्तद्देवेतरो जनः स यत्प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकस्तदनुवर्तते न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यं त्रिषु लोकेषु किंचन नानवाप्तमवाप्तव्यं वर्त एव च कर्मणि यदि ह्यहं न वर्तेयं जातु कर्मण्यतन्द्रितः मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः उत्सीदेयुरिमे लोका न कुर्यां कर्म चेदहं शङ्करस्य च कर्ता स्यामुपहन्यामिमाः प्रजाः सक्ताः कर्मण्यविद्वांसो यथा कुर्वन्ति भारत कुर्याद्विद्वांस्तथा सक्तश्चिर्कीर्षुर्लोकसंग्रहं न बुद्धिभेदं जनयेदज्ञानां कर्मसंगिनां जोषयेत् सर्वकर्माणि विद्वान् युक्तः समाचरन् प्रकृतेः क्रियमाणानि गुणैः कर्माणि सर्वशः अहङ्कारविमूढात्मा कर्ताहमिति मन्यते तत्त्ववित्तु महाबाहो गुणकर्मविभागयोः गुणागुणेषु वर्तन्त इति मत्वा न सज्जते प्रकृतेर्गुणसम्मूढाः सज्जन्ते गुणकर्मसु तान् कृत्स्नविदो मन्दान् कृत्स्नविन्न विचालयेत् मयि सर्वाणि कर्माणि सन्न्यस्याध्यात्मचेतसा निराशीर्निर्ममो भूत्वा युध्यस्व विगतज्वरः ये मे मतमिदं नित्यमनुतिष्ठन्ति मानवाः श्रद्धावन्तो न सूयन्तो मुच्यन्ते तेऽपि कर्मभिः ये त्वेतदभ्यसूयन्तो नानुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतम् सर्वज्ञानविमूढांस्तान् विद्धि नष्टान् चेतसः सदृशं चेष्टते स्वस्याः प्रकृतेर्ज्ञानवानपि प्रकृतिं यान्ति भूतानि निग्रहः किं करिष्यति इन्द्रियस्येन्द्रियस्यार्थे रागद्वेषौ व्यवस्थितौ तयोर्न वशमागच्छेत्तौ ह्यस्य परिपन्थिनौ श्रेयान् स्वधर्मो विगुणः परधर्मात् स्वनुष्ठितात् स्वधर्मे निधनं श्रेयः परधर्मो भयावहः। अर्जुन उवाच अथ केन प्रयुक्तोऽयं पापं चरति पूरुषः अनिच्छन्नपि वार्ष्णेय बलादिव नियोजितः। श्रीभगवानुवाच
काम एष क्रोध एष रजो गुणसमुद्भवः महाशनो महापाप्मा विद्येनमिह वैरिणम् धूमेनाव्रियते वह्निर्यथा दर्शो मलेन च यथोल्बेनावृतो गर्भस्तथा तेनेदमावृतम् आवृत्तैज्ञानमेतेन ज्ञानिनो नित्यवैरिणा कामरूपेण कौन्तेय दुष्पूरेणानलेन च इन्द्रियाणि मनोबुद्धिरस्याधिष्ठानमुच्यते एतैर्विमोहयत्येष ज्ञानमावृत्य देहिनम् तस्मात् त्वमिन्द्रियाण्यादौ नियम्य भरतर्षभ पाप्मानं प्रजहिह्येनं ज्ञानविज्ञाननाशनम् इन्द्रियाणि पराण्याहुरिन्द्रियेभ्यः परं मनः मनसस्तु परा बुद्धिर्यो बुद्धेः परतस्तु सः एवं बुद्धेः परं बुद्ध्वा संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना जहि शत्रूं महाबाहो कामरूपं दुरासदम्। ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे कर्मयोगो नाम तृतीयोऽध्यायः। ॐ